by Manchester United, a great overall result, a great overall performance. I'm extremely happy, right? Because at Manchester United, we've been barely seeing performances like this. Performances where you're actually impressed with the team, right? I was impressed with every player that played today. I was impressed with our overall attacking play, right? But the most I was impressed with Delit. Delit, he's levels, man. He's levels as a player. He's levels. He takes us to a new level, man. He's that type of player that he's calm, collective, but you know what to expect from Delit. You know what to expect from a player like this. He takes you to a level that you've never seen. And Erik Ten Hag, he's mostly pleased, right? He has some praises for Delit. We signed a very good player with a lot of attributes. And one of those attributes are his set plays, right? His set plays and his ability to actually get you goals, his aerial ability. So Erik Ten Hag is just stating, hey, we signed a very good player with a lot of attributes. And one of those attributes are what he offers you with set plays. Delit, he's that type of guy that will offer you a lot with set plays. And we saw that today with his goal. So overall, Erik Ten Hag, he's saying he's extremely happy. He's extremely satisfied with the overall game from Manchester United, the overall play, the overall way we actually took the game to the other team, right? We were the dominating team. We actually got some pretty good goals. After that Andre Onana save, and he's also praising Andre Onana, and that was genuinely a great save by Andre, right? That save by Andre, I don't blame the manager for actually praising him, because I'm praising Andre Onana as well, because his save against Southampton, that defined the game, right? If he doesn't make that save, do we still win that game? Probably not. So, Andre Onana, you deserve all the credit you're getting from the manager. Delit as well. Delit, we see the diamond we have right now. We see what this man is actually bringing to the team, what this man is actually bringing to our club. Manchester United, you have signed an unbelievable player. And this man, he can take us to new levels, Delit. He can take us to new levels, because right now I'm just thanking God that we don't have to see Maguire starting anymore. We don't have to see the Maguire-Johnny Evans partnership anymore, because when Lenny Yoro comes back, and that's what the manager is actually stating, that, okay, we have a player with a lot of attributes. Delit is a player with massive attributes that can take you to the next level. And we are seeing that right here, right now. We saw that in this game. Yes, it's Southampton, but you still have to win. You still have to beat your opponents. And overall, Delit, man, you have performed. You have taken us to a level we've been asking for. As Man United fans, we've been asking for a player like Delit, and situations like this. Situations like this where we're the dominating team. We are actually scoring goals. We are actually making things happen. And with Delit in defense, there's no more mistakes, because he anticipates things like that, right? The interceptions from him. Everything he did today was insane, right? You can see the levels between Delit and Harry Maguire. You can see the levels between these two. Delit, Maguire, the levels are different. He is a difference maker. And Erik Ten Hag said the start was not easy. And I completely agree with that. He said the start was not easy. I think the penalty was the turning point. And I think a lot of fans can agree that that penalty was the turning point. The start wasn't really easy for Manchester United. We got dominated in some areas. We got dominated a lot by Southampton until that penalty. That penalty save, it genuinely changed everything. That penalty save, it genuinely gave us a fighting chance. And that fighting chance is all you need to get 3 points. It's all you need to get a goal. Is all you need to actually go on and win the game. And we saw that today. We saw that, okay, if you give us a chance, we will take it. And the goals we scored, they were brilliant, especially like the Dillet goal. The Rashford goal was also brilliant. The manager also went on say Rashford is actually talking on the field, right? That's all we want to see, right? He's praising Rashford for actually showing the people that are hating on him, like me. I've been criticizing him. I've been saying, okay, where's Rashford? Why doesn't he turn up? The Liverpool game, I was criticizing him massively, and today you get a goal. Yes, there was a chance where he had an easier chance, right? He had an easier chance to score the goal, but right now, Rashford has shut down haters like me, right? I was hating on him. I was actually saying, hey, this guy, what is he contributing? Especially against the Liverpool game, I was genuinely disappointed with Rashford. But today, he's come out and scored a goal and shut me up. So fair play to him. Fair play to Rashford. And overall, we can see this team. It's actually forming up well. We are forming up a decent team, a decent, reliable squad, especially defensively. Defensively, this team, the reliability is improving because now you have someone like Dillit. Soon, Lenny Euro, he still needs to prove himself to me. He still needs to come back and prove himself. But I think he can be also a great addition. But the main point was Diego Dalot, right? We saw the difference with him, with Diego Dalot as a left back, Diego Dalot as a right back. With him as a left back, he's going to make massive mistakes. He's going to make a lot of mistakes because that's not his overall position. That's not his natural position. You saw towards the ending of the second half, they put him as a right back when Mazraoui went out, and he actually contributed. He actually contributed with an assist. He actually contributed something. So, yeah, we have players that can turn up when they want to. Sometimes these guys are an in and out, right? In and out. They turn up when they want to. They show up when they want to. And overall, I'm just happy that we won. I'm just happy that we got over the line, right? And Erik Ten Hag, this doesn't actually relinquish the pressure. This doesn't relinquish the pressure that you have as the manager of Manchester United, because Southampton, we should be winning this game, right? You'll be tested November. November, that's when we can have a general conversation. That's when we can actually discuss, okay, how's the season been? November. Right now, I still see the season as a poor start, right? You're seventh with, 0 goal difference. So I still see the season as a poor start. 2 losses in four games. So I still see it as a poor start. But if you can actually take this win and build some momentum, it'll be different. It'll be unbelievable. And that's just what we need as Manchester United. You're taking the game to the other team. You're taking the game to the opponents. You're actually trying to win games, trying to score goals. And that final goal we scored, the third goal, right? Garnacho just shows the hunger he has for goals. It just shows the hunger he has to actually get into that position to score goals. And Diego Dalot, I have to give him credit for that assist, right? Yes, that was a poor performance for him overall, right? Giving away a penalty. There was sometimes when you're caught out of position. Diego Dalot, he didn't have a great first half, but when he went as a right back, he contributed with an assist, right? Assisting Garnacho for our final goal. That was impressive, Diego. That was what we actually want from you, what we actually expect from you. Yeah, somebody that can contribute to the game, somebody that can have high performances, but also your team can rely on you. Are you reliable enough? That's the question for Diego Dalot. Are you reliable enough? Are you the guy we can actually look to back-to-back games, right? It's not just about one game and then the next game you're trash. No, back to back. Consistency is key. Consistency is everything. So these players, today I'm happy, right? You got goals, you got this, you got that, right? But this has to start being consistent, right? Consistency is key. That's the main thing we should actually take away from this game, right? We shouldn't get too hyped up about Southampton. We should actually look at this game and say, okay, cool. You came back, you scored 3 goals, that's great. But can you do it on a consistent basis? And that's the main question we all have for the team. Is it really consistent? Can we be consistent? Is this going to be a consistent situation where Man United are contributing, are scoring on a daily basis? Because we know some games we really struggle. Scoring goals, 3 goals. Like this month, I think this will be the last time we score more than 2 goals. Because Crystal Palace, it'll be difficult. The other games we have, they'll be difficult. So right now, I'm happy that we use this situation to build up our goal difference, but it's about consistency. It's about the next game. The next game, Carabao Cup. You go into that. There you can test things out, right? There you can play some academy players. It's the early stages of the Carabao Cup. That's our next game. And Erik Ten Hag, he's obviously focused on these cup competitions. You should be focused on them because we need to actually compete for everything. And top 4, don't lose it in this month. This month, our hardest test has to be Tottenham. When we play Spurs, we're going to actually genuinely have a realistic view of whether we're going to get top 4 or not. Because at the end of the month, at the end of this month, we can be in a situation where this is the only game we'll win in the Premier League, the Southampton game. Or we can be in a situation where, okay, we win all our games. So any situation is possible. But at the end of the day, your main goal, your main focus should be consistency. Okay, consistency in performances, consistency in how you play. And this is big Manchester United. We're not a small team, right? We're not one of these small teams where, okay, cool, we're celebrating against Southampton, but then the rest of the month we struggle, right? We still need high levels of performances before the team actually win me over. I need high levels of consistency before the team actually win me over and say, okay, yeah, we can challenge for top 4. We can challenge for this. Even Europa League, I still have a massive doubt because this team hasn't showed me a level of consistency. This team hasn't showed me a level of reliability. They're not reliable at all because we've been in situations like this where we get overhyped, we get over-gassed, and then what actually happens at the end of the season? Nothing. So we shouldn't take too much into this, but the manager, I'm happy that you came out, started De Ligt. That's what we've been asking for. That's what we've been praying for. Maguire, he needs to be a bench player. We can see that De Ligt is miles ahead of Harry Maguire. If Maguire, he's a bench player like he was today, every fan is happy, right? Because he shouldn't be your starting guy. He shouldn't be your main man, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire off the bench, that's the best situation for Manchester United because this man, he's going to make a mistake. Like when he came on today, right? Immediately he came on, he got a yellow card. So Harry Maguire, you can never trust this man in a consistent format, in a consistent basis. That's why De Ligt, you coming in, you being that man that we need, it has really changed us. It has really taken us to the next level. And overall, you can see that as a team, we just need to start taking it step by step. If you take it step by step, if you take it to the next level, you just start performing. That's what we need. Massive performances, massive things. And you're going to be tested. This month is going to be is going to have a lot of tests for Manchester United, right? Let me just check our next 5 fixtures because at least within 5 fixtures, you have a realistic point of view. Within 5 fixtures, let me just check our next Premier League fixtures. Our next ones is what? Crystal Palace and then Tottenham. So those two games are must win. You lose one of those games, I think top four is actually over. So Crystal Palace, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult, right? Our next Premier League game is against Palace. So that's gonna be difficult, especially away. The way Crystal Palace play, that's gonna be difficult. But today, we appreciate what the players actually did. I appreciate Delit. I genuinely rate this guy, right? That's my guy, Delit, my defender. You see how he has actually transformed us. He's our best defender right now. I can confidently say that. He even long term, yes, Lenny Euro, he still has some potential to become one of our best defenders, right? But right now, with what he's showing, Delit is our best defender. You could see how he's miles ahead of Martinez. I think he's ahead of Martinez. I put him above Martinez. Delit, he's that good. He's that good. Even in tight areas, he's just composed with the ball, right? People are pressuring him. He just turns composed with the ball. So Delit, bro, this guy can play. And overall, we just need to reach a situation where, as Man United, we are trying to improve and challenge for the league. Next season, it's about league, right? I think a lot of fans want to hear that Premier League title run, right? Premier League title challenge. And you won't reach that level if you have no basic consistency, if you have no basic structure that helps you win majority of the games. Yes, winning a once-off game like this is great, but can you develop some consistency? Can you develop something that can take us to higher heights, higher levels, different gameplays? And overall, I'm just happy. And I want to check, like, because there was some reports that Malacia, he might be back for the Tottenham game. There was some reports saying Malacia, he might be back for the Tottenham game. And that's going to be extremely significant because we saw Diego Dalot as a left back. He underperforms massively. As a right back, he has good games. But as a left back, there are some moments where he'll make a mistake. He'll give the ball away, or he won't be in his position, or like today, he gives away a penalty. So there'll be a lot of situations where Diego Dalot will struggle as a left back because we saw the transition. When he went to right back, he started performing a bit better. So I just want to see how this team can actually develop. Can we develop into a team that give us that stability, that has that type of competition in the team? Because the left back position, we barely have competition, because if Diego Dalot is starting and both our main left backs are injured, we don't have anybody reliable in that left back position. So Malacia coming back before the Tottenham game is going to be massive. Because Tottenham, yes, their manager is up and down. Their manager, probably he's a mid-table manager. Ange Postecoglou, I think he's a mid-table manager. But they still have that 1% chance, that 50-50% chance of winning against Manchester United. So that game will be massively important. Tottenham versus Man United, because we're going to be fighting for top four with these guys, right? Fourth place, realistically, fourth place is the only thing we can get. First place is gone. Man City will get that. Second place, I think, is going to Liverpool. Third place, I think Arsenal will get that. So we're realistically only have the fourth place. It's either Chelsea, us, Aston Villa, Newcastle. So the first three positions, they're done and dusted. I genuinely believe that. Especially in first place, Man City, I can't overlook them winning the league, right? I can't overlook them winning the league again. And that's just disappointing to say. As a Man United fan, I'm here saying, yeah, Man City are the favorites for the league. That's just how far we've declined as as an institution, right? We're out here as Man United fans saying, no, I think Man City are the favorites to win the league. 10 years ago, you'd be saying, hey, we have Sir Alex, we should be winning the league. So you see how much the decline of Manchester United has happened, right? City are the ones who are saying, oh, yeah, they're going to win the league. We have no chance of winning the league, which is extremely disappointing, man. And that's where I look to the board. Can you actually change our fortunes? Change us from a banter club to a club that challenges for top for the league, for the Champions League. Because if we can actually get a few more players, I think this team is a good midfield and a good attack away from challenging. If we actually get a good at least two more good midfielders and two more attacking players, maybe someone on the left. We see how Rashford is struggling. I think that left hand side is struggling so much because the options they're really struggling. So Marcus Rashford, we need to replace him next season. This is just telling signs that okay, next season you need to be serious. Rashford, he needs to be replaced. Casemiro, he needs to go. So Eriksen, he needs to go. So our midfield attacking players, we need a massive transition over the summer, right? A massive transition. Casemiro, he needs to go. Eriksen, he needs to go. And you replace those with quality players, right? Rashford, he needs to go. So overall quality needs to improve. The overall game plan for Manchester United needs to improve. And if we can enter a situation where, okay, you've improved the whole team, but is the manager gonna be good enough to challenge for the league? That's the question I think I know the answer for, right? Is Erik Ten Hag good enough long term to go head to head with Pep Guardiola? I don't think so, right? I don't genuinely think he's that type of manager that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola. I don't really think so. So, Man United, we can build the squad all we want, but the final piece is the manager you choose, right? Winning a league is about the manager you choose. You need to bring someone that can go head to head with this man, Pep Guardiola, head to head with Manchester City, right? They're consistent in every game. Right now, I think Man City are winning, right? It's 2-1. So you need a manager that can go head to head with this man if you want to win the league. So overall, you can improve the squad. You can improve the coaching staff. But the most important thing is a manager that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola. That's what we need to actually resolve. That's what we need to actually think about. That's what we actually need to sort out. That's going to be the major decision that Ineos make. If you can bring in someone that can go head to head with Pep, because right now, I don't think Erik Ten Hag can do that. In the league, going head to head, right? You're consistent in every game. Because these guys, they have the capability of getting 100 points. Manchester City. So that's the monster you're going against. And I don't see Pep Guardiola leaving Manchester City. So in the next 2 years, 2 seasons, you need to actually find that manager that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola. And it's going to be disappointing if we don't reach those levels, if we don't reach a competent level where we are the team challenging, when we are the team actually going head to head with Man City. Right now, we're just watching them break records. Today, they win a treble. Tomorrow, they do 4 in a row. So they're just breaking records right in front of our eyes. We should be that team trying to stop them, that team trying to compete with them. Yes, it's good getting top 4, but overall, our mindset needs to change from top 4 to actually winning the league, right? This is Man United. We have the money to do that. We have the money to compete with Manchester City. We have everything to compete with Manchester City. But the final part, the main part that you need to actually solve is a manager that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola, right? There's no point in sticking with Erik Ten Hag if you think long term he can compete with Pep Guardiola. You need that man to go head to head. You know how crazy Pep Guardiola is. He's not leaving Manchester City. So I think we missed out in the summer transfer window not getting someone like Hansi Flick, right? Because Hansi Flick, I can confidently say this is a manager that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola. But with Erik Ten Hag, I can't confidently say that. I can't confidently say Erik Ten Hag can win the league with Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. I can't confidently say that. So right now, it's good to win games, but I think we need a broader perspective, a wider perspective. We need to actually focus on trying to bring in someone that can compete with Pep. It won't be a quick fix. It won't be a quick fix. But do you think Erik Ten Hag can go head to head with Pep Guardiola? That's the main question. That's the confidently, right? Because we've backed Erik Ten Hag. So confidently, do you think he can go head to head with Pep Guardiola? That should be the main question, right? Because we're trying to win trophies. We're trying to win the league. So can he go head to head with Pep Guardiola, even when you give him everything? Bro, but sometimes it's not about like, okay, let me just say this situation, right? Let's say Erik Ten Hag has better players and a competent squad. Do you think he can genuinely compete with Pep Guardiola? Win the league above Pep? Let's just say, okay, both Erik Ten Hag and Pep Guardiola have the same players. Who's winning the league? That's the question we need to ask as fans, right? Can Erik Ten Hag, even if he has unbelievable players, can he compete with Pep Guardiola? Can he win the league above Pep Guardiola? If the answer is no, you need to find a manager that can, right? I think we missed out with Hansi Flick because I genuinely think Hansi Flick, he was that type of manager that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola, head to head. We need that type of manager. And that's where Arsenal are also failing, right? Because, yes, Arteta, he's getting you into a title race, but head to head is different. He can't win with Pep Guardiola in the league. Bro, I doubt Erik Ten Hag can win the league above Pep Guardiola. Ooh. We've already seen us struggling against teams that are worse than us. Brighton, that was a game that we struggled, right? And we have better players than Brighton. So sometimes it's not about the players, right? The manager, you are the cheat code. You have to work with what you have. And I genuinely think if we had someone like Hansi Flick with this same team, we would be confidently in the top 4 race. Confidently third place. Confidently, I can say, okay, with Hansi Flick, this same team, he's getting third place. Confidently. But with Erik Ten Hag, we're making too many mistakes, right? We're too inconsistent. With Hansi Flick, if we had Hansi Flick with this same team, I can confidently say that, yeah, Man United can get third place. Yeah, Man United can get second place. But right now, with Erik Ten Hag, we're still doubting. It's still a doubt. It's still a massive doubt that we'll get top 4. With this same team, if we had someone like Hansi Flick, he gets us top 4 easy. Easy. Because I think he's one of the few managers in this world that can compete with Pep Guardiola in the league. Hansi Flick. We missed out on him. We missed out on that type of manager, right? And overall, I want Erik Ten Hag to succeed. I want the manager to succeed. I love Erik Ten Hag. I want him to succeed. But overall, the main question is, can he go head to head with the big boys, with the big boy Pep Guardiola, the big man Pep Guardiola. This guy, because there's still some managers in this world that can go head to head in the league with Pep Guardiola, right? So I expect the board, if you think, okay, Erik Ten Hag, he can't go head to head with Pep Guardiola, you need to change and bring in a manager that can win you the league, right? It's about winning the league. All this work we're doing should be for winning the league. And the most important the most important thing to actually get through and over the line is with the manager. If you don't have that manager to win you a league, you're going to struggle. You will never win the league, right? Overall, the manager makes the team. The manager makes the team. And overall, Erik Ten Hag, he has potential to win trophies, right? But competing in the Premier League with Pep Guardiola, winning the Premier League over Pep Guardiola, can he do that? I doubt. I doubt that. I doubt that. And overall, I just want him to be successful. But long term, we're going to start asking questions. And the questions we need to ask is the league, right? It's been 10 years without a league title. We need to start putting pressure on the squad, on the team, on the board to push for a Premier League, to push for a Champions League, because it's been over 10 years, right? We as fans need to put pressure. We don't want to become like Arsenal every year goes by and then it's another 20 years without a Premier League. So, yeah, overall, it's a great result today, but we need to look for consistency, and consistency wins you trophies. Yeah, so, yeah, great performance. Delit my man of the match. And yeah, let's hope everybody enjoys their day.